Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today is Nicole Wanzer. Nicole is a write-in candidate in the North River District for the Board of Supervisors. She's running against Mr. Jamieson, which is running unopposed. So, and we don't want that, do we?
Well, it shouldn't be that easy, Mike.
Right.
A little competition's healthy for everyone.
That's right. Goes along, makes everybody work for it.
Yes.
So why do you want to do this?
Well, I have a lot of conversations with my neighbors. We talk about things and what the county's doing and what we like and what we don't like. Getting a little older in age, I've learned that it's not all about me.
Right.
And, I want to live a life of service.
Right.
And I think, this is my first, crack at dipping my toe into things and seeing if I can help just accomplish some of the goals of my neighbors and just make this a better place for everyone.
Yeah. I think everyone gets that bug in their ear,
Yes.
so to speak, as you get a little older. Your kids are gone, all of a sudden you're paying attention to what's going on around you.
Well, and just the appreciation, I love this community. It's so beautiful. We're so blessed to live here with all of the natural beauty that surrounds us. And I just think that my neighbors are wonderful. I feel safe in my home. I can leave my door open at night and not have to worry. And so I want it to stay that way. And I think there are some changes that, maybe need to be made in order for us to, keep this place the beautiful place that it is.
Right.
And I think that there are some things that can be better.
Right.
And so that's just my goal. I want to help people that need help. I want to serve my neighbors and my community. My neighbors are good to me. I love my neighbors, the ones on my street. We know all each other by name.
Sure. That's kind of missing nowadays. We don't even know our neighbors.
I did live in Northern Virginia for a while when to take a job. And it was not the same experience, and there's no place like home.
Yeah. I don't think people really appreciate what we have in the valley. I always tell them, look, we don't get hurricanes and we don't get tornadoes. That ought to be enough, right?
We've got the mountains protecting us.
God has us in his hands right here in the valley.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
We are so blessed. We are so fortunate to live here. People are so good to each other here. My girlfriend, she got a flat tire the other night. She was a mile from me, so I'm the first person she called. By the time I got there, 2 people had already pulled over to help her change her tire.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't happen in the city.
No, they will run over you. In fact, they'll honk their horn if you're in your way with your flat tire. So, I love it here. I love the people of Warren County, and I just want to try to do some good.
Right. Anything particular that's caught your eye here lately in the news?
Well, there's always, political things going on that make the news. The library obviously has made a lot of noise. Everybody knows what's going on with the library.
Yeah.
And, I was actually sitting on the front porch with my neighbor, and we were just, the dogs were running around. We were playing and chit-chatting, and, we were just talking about how, there are so many serious issues going on. And the library, we've all been to the library.
Sure.
I was there as a little girl. My neighbor was there as a little girl. And we've managed to, keep this institution afloat for a couple hundred years.
Right.
And so rather than fighting over some books, I would rather them utilize my tax dollars, to address more pressing issues like our water, things that are going on with the EDA, the scandal, all the money that was taken. I'd like a little more transparency than what's been given. So there are bigger pressing issues. We have a lot of growth in the community, and we've had more people coming from Northern Virginia than ever before. And, we were discussing this, they're coming here with money,
right?
So they're good. They have, they had a ton of equity in their homes in Northern Virginia because that's a booming metropolis.
Sure.
They were able to buy, double the square footage for half the price, and they're set. But there are people that have lived in this community their whole lives. They've never lived out of Warren County, and they work full time. They're hard workers, working class.
Sometimes 2 jobs.
Sometimes 2 jobs. A lot of them blue collar, so they're working with these.
Right.
And they're just exhausted. And they can't make ends meet, and we don't have affordable housing for those hardworking individuals. And so I just don't want, while I'm not if you're from Northern Virginia, I'll take your vote. I love you too. But I don't want them running, people are going to be displaced. And I don't want people that have lived here their whole lives and this is their home.
Sure.
And if I love this place and I moved here as a girl, imagine if you were born and raised here and can't afford to live here anymore. So those people are going to be at the heart of every decision I make. And really, I just want to keep everyone focused on the agenda of doing the work for the people and put our political differences aside.
Right. Now, you're getting in a little late.
I know. I am late to the party.
The early voting is basically started here on the 22nd. So you're going to have to get out there and knock some doors and get people to find out who is Nicole.
Yes, it's going to be boots on the grounds for us. I'm literally going to be walking the streets of the neighborhoods.
A new job description, right?
I have a
streetwalker, right?
Yes. Well, come on, Mike. No.
But you have to be out there.
But I have to be on the street.
Right.
And my goal is to listen.
Yeah.
So I just want to hear what my neighbors are saying. I know what my neighbors to the left of me and to the right of me want and need.
Right.
And there are other issues in my district that I'm not aware of that I want to learn. So I want to use that as a learning experience first and foremost. And then if I can get, the votes and if I can do some good and help people in any kind of way, that's 100% my goal.
Yeah. You can learn a lot just by listening.
Yes.
I've heard that somewhere.
Yes. That is the key ingredient, and that is lost sometimes because, people tend to focus on what they care about, what they want. But as you get a little, what do they call it, longer in the tooth or a little older in age, you learn that that's really not what life is about. And it's really about living a life of service and trying to help people in any way that you can.
Yeah.
And every public servant, if that's not why they're in it, they shouldn't be there.
Right. Sometimes we got to watch out. What is the real agenda? People are asking me all the time, well, what's the agenda? What are they? Why are they doing this? So I think we need to look and ask those kind of questions.
Absolutely, because there are folks on the board that are there for business opportunities, for monetary, things that can benefit their pockets and things like that.
Sometimes we have some one-issue candidates. They have one thing.
That's all they care about.
Call it one thing.
Yes.
So it's a little broader than that, and you get on the a council or a board of supervisors, and all of a sudden that one issue goes away. And then what do you do?
Right.
And you whoa.
And it's going back to listening because they're telling us what the issues are, and they have an agenda, and we're not as far along as we should be on a lot of those things on the agenda because something like the library gets national attention and all of a sudden, that takes center stage.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there are, so many people that need help and that need a voice and just have kind of given up and thrown up their hands. And there are a lot of people like me that don't know all of the situations and how people are struggling. And I think if they did know, they would do something to help, or they would want the people, that their tax dollars being spent to help those people and not help somebody that's already rich, acquire another piece of land or whatever. And so those are my neighbors are. And so those are the people that I'm going to be working for. And I say working, I'm not going to fight because I think we've done enough fighting. On a national scale, and then it trickles down into our local communities here.
We're seeing that.
We don't need to fight because at the end of the day, the media, the mainstream media, not you.
Not blaming
they seek to divide.
Sure.
And I think that, neighbors that love each other so much, if you watch Fox News and the algorithm on your phone is geared towards conservative news, you're angry. If you watch CNN and your algorithm's, geared towards, liberal media, then you're angry and we're fighting each other and we all want the same thing.
We got to come to the middle. I keep telling people we can only govern from the middle. I think
you can
Ronald
only
Reagan
govern.
said that, and you got to get to the middle. And the pendulum normally swings so extremes eventually, and I think it's going to come back to to the middle and let's do what's important and what's right for everyone.
Yes, I hope from your lips to God's ears.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of ears, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. What's that tell us? We should listen twice as much as we talk. But
Yes.
we forgot that lesson.
100%.
Well, Nicole, I think you like I said, we're going to have you back in a couple of weeks once you
Great.
get your feet on the ground.
Yes.
And you really find out what the real story is, or what the hidden agenda is all about. Maybe you'll come back and fill us in on what you've learned. And you can get out and meet some people. She'll have a few meet and greets. We're going to put the Facebook. She does have a Facebook page, and we're going to put that link so you can follow her on their Facebook and see what she's got going. Come on out to the coffee shops and to the meet and greets that she'll have in the next few weeks, and get to know Nicole a little better. All right.
Thank you so much. You've been so kind to
thank
do
you.
this with
Sure,
me.
sure.
I so appreciate you.
Yeah, I know. It's not a
And
problem.
thank you, everyone, for watching and listening. Nicole Hubbard Wanzer for North River District. I'm your candidate. I'm here to work for you.
Yeah, as a write-in. So you got to make sure you learn how to spell it.
Thank you so much. It's a long spelling. There'll be people there to help you with that.
All right. Thanks again, Nicole.
Thank you so much.